Well, hello and welcome to a new video where we are going to take a look at the performance of Counter-Strike 2 on the Nvidia RTX 5000 laptop version in the 90-watt variant. And we're playing this at 1080p with the max settings preset, or it's not even preset, it's really just every setting maxed out. So this means we are playing at 1080p and without any FSR applied. So yeah, let's see how well this OG RTX 5000 Max Q card will be able to perform in this game with the highest settings here. And so far we are seeing a very smooth frame time graph as well as pretty high FPS. And as you can see, it is not the GPU which is maxed out here, but rather our i7 10875H, which is an 8-core 16-thread CPU. And I should mention that we also do have 32 gigabytes of dual channel memory in the system. So yeah, this card should be able to perform pretty nicely, even though obviously with a faster CPU, something like a 14th gen i7 or a Ryzen CPU from the newer generations would be able to push this card to its limits, I guess, a lot more than what we're seeing here. Nevertheless, I would argue this is a perfectly fine gameplay experience here. And you can see that we're also not throttling, we are literally in the power limit, and yeah, I don't really think throttling should be an issue in this machine, which by the way is the Lenovo Thinkpad P15. So it's a quite big and beefy workstation laptop here. And that should give us plenty of headroom for the cooling solution to be able to enable this RTX 5000 to perform at its 90-watt peak all the time. Oh shit, and we're in trouble here, or are we? And forgive my terrible gameplay in this game, I'm really not a Counter-Strike professional. Even though I do think it is quite an okay game if you want to spend some casual rounds in your evening. I guess you shouldn't be playing competitive in that case, but yeah, you play a random match like I am doing here and it should be fine. Okay, so since this GPU is never in its limit and I would really want to see how well it performs on the low settings so that you get the max FPS here, I'm just gonna turn that down to the low settings, but I will once again go and deactivate it, the FSR setting here, to see that we actually do get the real full HD resolution. Because I do think FSR looks pretty bad in this game. And since we, as you can see with our GPU utilization of just 30 to 40%, it's simply nothing that we really have to use here in order to get the best performance possible. Yeah, I mean, it's really kind of sad that we're only seeing around the 100 FPS mark here. Obviously, our beefy RTX 5000 would be capable of delivering around 200 to even 300 FPS here. So it is quite a capable GPU. And it's definitely getting held back here, or it's definitely held back by the pretty outdated Skylake architecture i7 here. Nevertheless, it's a perfectly fine and obviously also a very competitively playable experience, because you can see our frame time graph is just buttery smooth. It's really buttery smooth and 100 FPS and more. I guess if you're really playing on world level pro level, then maybe this won't be enough for you. But as long as you're just a casual to a little bit competitive player, then 100 FPS, 130 FPS here should be plenty enough for you to enjoy the game. So yeah, absolutely playable in this machine, and you can definitely give it a go.